I am doing it a half square triangle technique that I use for my blocks. To me, it wastes less fabric. So I will need one green 5-inch, one yellow 5-inch, and 2 blue 5-inch squares. And what I'm gonna do is layer them good sides to good sides, pretty side to pretty side. And then, because on my sewing machine, I use a 1/4-inch foot with a guide on it, I am going to press a little valley into my squares. And I just finger press it because I'm lazy.
And you can see it.
And you can see that nice little ridge or valley in there. And I'm going to do that with both.
Can people draw a line if they really feel like they need to?
Yep, you can draw a line. You can actually go to the ironing board if you want to and press it perfect. I'm not a perfect person, so this is why I do it this way. I'm going to sew the green one first, but I drew a line for those of you who have to have a line to follow. And this is the 1/4-inch foot with the guide that I was talking about. That guide is going to go right on that line. Needle in the fabric. And as you can see, I'm not completely perfect, but I try. All right, so we get to the end, and because I'm cheap or frugal, I just pull my thread out a little bit, and I sew the other way, and then I just sew a 1/4-inch the other way. All right. Now, the yellow one is the one that I left with the indentation pressed into it. And I am going to do the same thing, only I'm going to have my foot guide follow the little valley I made by pressing it that way. And then I am going to turn it around, and I am going to sew the other way. Ooh, speedy demon. All right, so I have pressed open my half square triangles, and now I'm going to trim them, but because I did the 5-inch and the blocks all have to be 4.5, there's going to be a little trimming plus the dog ears. Again, I use a Block Lock product. This one is a 6.5-inch one, but it also will work on the smaller ones so that you can get them squared up. And you'll see this locks, as long as I pressed it right, it locks on the seam. So you can just get your triangle. This is 4.5 here, which now I need, there we go. So I just take my little cutter and I trim around those two sides and pull off the little extra pieces. And then I flip it, and you have to remember to flip the ruler too, because if you didn't, just so you know, the ruler is going to do that. And that isn't going to be the right size. So you flip it, and now we get lined up on the 4.5, and we trim the excess. You can do this on a rotary mat too, so you wouldn't have to move the fabric around. Okay, so there's a perfect 4.5-inch square. We are almost to the point of putting the whole block together, but the first thing I'm going to do is put the little peak of the flower block together, which is the 2.5 inch pieces and the 2.5 by 4.5, and then make sure it is also 4.5 inches square. And I will finger press, and you get pretty successful blocks. I will go press this with the iron so it's not just a finger press, and then we'll put the rest of the block together. All right, so I made sure everything was now 4.5 inches square, and this is the layout it's gonna be. And for me and for my brain, I sew this row together, and then this row together. And then I press this row out, this row in, and this row out. So then when I put the 3 together, these seams should nest really nicely together. Seams. Last row. Row 1, press to the outside. And I put my best press on it, so I want to make sure that's dry. Row 2 is going to the inside. Oops. There we go. Like a so. And then row 3, oops, it's going to be on the outside again. Okay, let me get the iron out of the way. And, oops, did I mess that up? No, I did not. There we go. So you can see this goes this way, and these are going this way. And if you really look, you can see they're gonna match really nice. Okay, so now we're pressed. We showed how they're gonna lock. All we have to do now is go back to the sewing machine, sew 3 lines, and we got this one done.